Hey guys, welcome to a new video of mine. In this one I'm going to be going over daily activities that I do. These might not necessarily be the best in the game, but they're ones that I try to make sure I do every day. So the first thing is making sure you actually use your daily spins every day. Especially as a VIP member, you'll get 3 spins every day instead of 2. That'll really add up a lot, give you a lot of extra bonus experience, which will really help. If you plant a crystal acorn in the elf city, it'll grow into a crystal tree. You can harvest this tree every day for 15,000 experience, which even though it isn't a lot per day, it really adds up a lot, especially considering it's free. If you have level 115 Dungeoneering, you can access this resource dungeon in the Myler clan, which contains the Motherlode Maw. Looting this every day can give you either some really crappy items, or it can give you things that will really help toward your completionist cape. Also, while I'm down here, I like to mine the extra 25 crystal flecked sandstone. I also do the sandstone over in the Ithel clan for a total of 75 per day. And I know that they don't really sell for a lot right now, crystal flasks, when you make them, but I just have them stacking up in my bank for a time when I want a lot of free crafting experience. I think it's something good to do that really adds up over time. After completing the Elite Elven tasks, you can get daily logs from Coadin in the Kerwis clan. Now, it doesn't really amount to an enormous amount of profit. It's more just something I personally like to do because in the future I plan on getting 120 firemaking, and I don't like buying expensive logs, so this is just something that'll really help add up over time, again, like all of the other dailies. If you're a VIP member this year, you will have gotten the Dwarven Instinct Aura, and although this doesn't directly give you anything in terms of experience, it does give you a lot of free loot. It lasts for 1 hour, and I believe the cooldown on it is every 9 minutes. You have access to get another chest to appear, and the chest only appears when you get some sort of XP drop, whether that be from skilling or killing. So I'm usually just spending my time pickpocketing anyway, so I find that that's a good way for me to be using up my aura. That way, as soon as I can get another chest, it appears because I'm already skilling. And again, the loot doesn't seem like anything insane, but it really does add up more than any of the other things over time. You can even get 103k cash from it in one chest. If you're not already doing your daily challenges, then you should probably start. Especially at lower levels, the experience rewards you get from them are just so helpful and so immense that it's really just foolish not to do them. I use Viswax to extend my daily challenges, and after you get 99 in a skill, you actually have the option to toggle off challenges for that skill if you don't want any more daily challenges for it. So I have every skill toggled off except for Dungeoneering. So I get a Dungeoneering challenge every single day, and because I extend it, I have to do 2 floors, and I get my double experience reward because of that. An important kind of tip, if you like to do Dungeoneering challenges, is that it doesn't have to be a floor that you need. You can just repeat floor 1 over and over and over again for Dungeoneering challenges and just rack up insane amounts of experience through the challenge reward system as opposed to actually training Dungeoneering. And as you'll see, I'll get, I think it's 357,000 Dungeoneering experience for just a couple short frozen floors. And again, I do do my actual floors too sometimes, but if, again, there's no reason there's nothing forcing you to. You don't have to. You can do your low-level floors too. And this is just something that I really, really recommend doing. Another daily I don't do as much as I should is creating Viswax using the Rune Goldberg machine. The reason I don't really do it that often is because it's strictly profit-based. I don't get anything in terms of experience from it, and I can always just buy Viswax. But it's something that you should definitely consider doing if you're looking for a daily that'll give you any sort of good profit. And a tip is to join Viswax FC, and they'll tell you some of the runes that you should be using for the machine, so that way it takes fewer tries. How this works is that the first rune is always the same, and that's the first one listed in the Friends chat, abbreviated of course. And the second 3 are the 3 that are options for the second rune. The second rune is always one of those 3. The third rune is completely random. It depends on the player. So they can't tell you that, of course, but this is just a way to narrow it down and make it easier to figure out what runes you need to do and makes doing this daily quicker and easier. Another daily that I don't do that often, but that I wish I did, is actually using up all of my Wicked Hood charges. The reason I don't do it is partially laziness, partially negligence and just forgetting. But the reason I like it is because I like to hoard my runes, like whether it be from Slayer drops or from years ago or anything. I like to accumulate runes and not sell them, and I don't like to buy them either. The last time I bought runes was buying a bunch of astrals for a livid farm, which I haven't finished yet, but that's beside the point. And there's really multiple ways to go about this. You could, of course, go for the runes that will give you the most experience, which is a great way to go. You could go for the runes that you are low on and you just want to like build up a stack of them, or you can go for the runes that will give you the most profit, sell those, and then buy more of the runes that you want to build up your stack on. Again, I don't like buying runes, so I just kind of rune craft whatever I feel like that day, which of course isn't efficient, but it's just kind of the way I like to do it. As you can see, Jagex has actually made actual rune crafting as opposed to RuneSpan a lot easier, because you can now fill up your pouches while you still have the bank interface open. And when you actually runecraft, you don't need to empty your pouch. They empty automatically, and it's one fluid runecrafting motion, which again just makes this daily that much easier than it used to be. And I guess it's their way of trying to encourage real runecrafting as opposed to just AFKing RuneSpan. But again, another great daily, definitely adds up over time, and something that I would highly recommend doing. The last couple dailies I do together. I do them simultaneously. And what these dailies are my Jack of Trades aura and my daily divine location. For my divine location, I like to do rocktail bubbles. That's for a couple reasons. One, it's amazing experience in a skill that I otherwise wouldn't really enjoy training. And second of all, the actual resources that I accumulate from it, which would of course be raw rocktails, just I find very useful. I think that they would be great for me to use for training cooking one day, or if I just need good food supplies. And as you can see, this is the general run I would do for my Jack of Trades aura. In a 99 skill, the Supreme Jack of Trades aura gives almost 25,000 experience. It would be fantastic to use for any skill that you find slow to train, something that you don't enjoy training at all, or just an expensive skill you want to save money on. As of recently, I've been putting all of my bonus experience and actual experience rewards into prayer. The reason I do that is just because I've been doing some math with cleansing crystals, and I figure with using First Age and a clan avatar, and with the Heaven Voice of Saren, I could get a 120 prayer for like well under 850 mil, which is like a great deal considering it used to be like 2 bill or something like that. Also, you'll notice a lot of the things that I'm doing aren't necessarily like, I'm repeating skills basically. Like I'll be farming my herb patch, and I'll also farm the wishing well bush next to it, which is like, you could say it's overkill, but it's just like, I use Jack of Trades as my reminder to do that extra little bit of experience gaining, which I would normally just kind of forget about. So yes, I'm kind of taking too long to do this. I'm doing more than I need to, but it's just something that I do to help myself, really. This isn't like, oh, make sure that you do that, because you do only have to get technically 1 experience in however many skills, whether it be the 10, 15, or 20, depending on the tier of the aura you're using. But anyway, I don't really have anything else to say about these dailies in particular, other than other suggestions for the divine location. If you don't want to do daily rocktail bubbles, or you don't have the level and you want to know other good ones that I personally would like, I would say divine magic trees, divine runite rocks, or I think the divination, divine simacrolums, I think they're called, are actually great experience as well if you don't like training divination. And divine box traps are also fantastic. I did so many of those on the way to 99 Hunt, they added up so much. But anyway, I hope that this video has been immensely helpful to you. I hope that these are dailies that you either already are doing or plan on doing, because I think they're very helpful and I want them to benefit you as well. If you have any questions about any of these dailies, or if I would recommend a certain daily that you're thinking of, then throw it in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to you. You can always PM me in game. My username is PandaForce, as you can see. If this video did help you, leave it a like, leave it a favorite. Anything like that helps me out. I really appreciate it so much. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day and stay happy.